All right, shalom. First off, I'd like to say, Koholo, Yahweh, Ba'ashim, Yahushua, Ba'ashim, Kakadash, the bonus elders, apostles, agreements on Torah, true citation for Israel. This is Brother Tazba. We're going to get straight to it. This is Obadiah chapter 1, verse 6. How are the things of Esau searched out? How are his hidden things sought up? And mainly that's, through the man that preaches his word and also the internet. Okay? And that's why, if I'm not wrong, I think his name was Johnny Rockefeller, said, the internet, I'm going to roughly paraphrase it, was the worst thing that they ever created because their truth is out. See, their truth is out and there ain't nothing they can do about it. So that's all their things is all sought up, There's a lot of lies that's been out. Esau have done it. It's all out on the internet. All the truth, that you need to find, everything you need to adhere to or look or see, it's all on the internet, man. All right, by the man of the Lord out there, prophesying, the true men of the Lord, prophesying, preaching His word. This is how, we get it out. Just get it out there, man. All right, this is Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 5, verse 1. Then shall the righteous man stand in great boldness before the face of such as have afflicted him, and made no account of his labor. So, and that's what the elect is doing, man. Standing in great boldness. You gotta have faith to do this thing, man. This is, it's beautiful, man. We gotta have faith. And how we're standing in great boldness is, cursing out these motherfuckers in their face, in the heart of their kingdom. Preaching His word, sending out this truth. This takes faith to do this, baby. This ain't nothing else. This is nothing else but faith. And then to be able to speak it in truth, man, put your life on the line like that, it's nothing but faith. Because at the end of the day, we don't give a fuck about our own lives, we care about Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahshua more than ourselves. I'm talking about the true men of the Lord, right? Not all the other camps out there, right? But when we read that, then shall the righteous man stand in great boldness before the face of such as have afflicted him. So we're doing, man, standing in the face of Esau, putting it out there on the internet. They got our faces and shit. But as you can see, we don't give a fuck. Because at the end of the day, we stand by Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahshua, man, and this takes faith to do it. It takes faith to do the work of the Most High. It takes faith to do what you gotta do for the Lord. All this takes faith, man. So always make sure you do what you can for the Most High. But there could be circumstances. That maybe you're in a tough spot. Maybe you lost your car or something like that, or you ain't got no brother to get out there and do the highways and byways, right? But you go and you go do your sit down, you go do your video. You still study, bring it out with the Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahshua. And it takes faith to do this, man. To go through a lot of hell, and to do this work. And that's what the man of the Lord is doing. They're out there, speaking against this devil. We're doing our duties, man, our law. And this is what we was ordered to do. So I'm gonna go ahead and get, this is 2 Corinthians chapter 6. This is 2 Corinthians chapter 2, verse 11. Lest Satan should get advantage of us, and of us is the elect, okay? For we are not ignorant of his devices. See, Satan can't get advantage of the elect because the elect are not ignorant of his devices. So we won't be tricked by the bullshit. You will see lies as lies, We won't be tricked by all the BS that they got going on. We're not ignorant of this fool's devices. We know what he uses. We know his tactics. We know all that when they come in with them lies and that bullshit. Because your spirit, man, it discerns. It's just off rip. It's just given to you by Yahweh. It's not even explainable, man. It's just given to you by Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahshua. So, hey, we ain't ignorant of this damn fool, man. When he says some bullshit, we're all over it. And like I said, man, this takes faith, man, to do what we do. Right? And faith is evidence of things, which is not seen. Right? So, this is Romans chapter 11, verse 20. Well, because of unbelief, they were broken off. See? Because of unbelief, they were broken off, and thou standest by faith. Be not high-minded, but fear. For if the Most High spare not the natural branches, take heed lest He also spare not thee. So the Lord, those who didn't believe, they broke off. They end up falling off, right? And thou standest by faith. Be not high-minded, but fear. So fear who? Yahweh Shem Shah. Don't be high-minded. Don't be going around, oh, I'm this. No, man. Don't we stand by faith, man. We keep our shit together, right? Be faithful in the Most High. Don't be walking around thinking that, you untouchable. You're Mr. Badass, Have faith in the Lord, Be not high-minded, because the Lord kill your ass, Take heed lest he also spare not thee. See, because that's how the Lord move, man. So you gotta, always gotta stay humble in these things, man. These are, precepts, man. Beautiful precepts. So these are things, man, we gotta remember. It takes faith, like I said again, to continue to do what we do. And this is why, it's good to always go through, because I just got done, studying. It's good to always study, and inspiring me to, go ahead and do me a video, it inspires you to do it. This is why we consistently got to be in these scriptures, man. This inspired me to do these videos. I was watching the Apostles, because, man, it's just beautiful. This is Luke 18:8, I tell you, and it really be the spirit. It's really the spirit of Yahweh Shem Shah. So that's why, don't surround yourself with negativity. Don't surround yourself with worldly things, constantly bullshit or constantly hearing it. Put the spirit out there, you gotta put the spirit around you, because it's a lot of bullshit, a lot of distraction, even in your home. All you hear is probably what TV bullshit, all what happening on the fucking social media and shit. But that's why you gotta put the spirit out there. That's why you put on Apostle, you put on, the monotonous. You put on, the truth, the Bible. You know what I'm saying? You get that spirit out there. It's Luke 18:8. I tell you that he will avenge them speedily. Nevertheless, when the Son of Man cometh, shall he find faith on the earth? See, shall he find faith on the earth? The only faith he's going to find is the elect. But other than that, because there's so many people, that buckle and yield, there ain't going to be no faith other than the elect. So that's when the Lord cracks some clouds. A lot of these motherfuckers, there's going to be a lot of destroying going on. Okay? A lot of death. A lot of destruction. All right? So, the faith is, only given to a few. Right? So I'm about to, go ahead and get a few more. And we're going to go ahead and close out. But, hey, man, it's only given to a few. This is Isaiah chapter 52, verse 53. Behold, my servant shall deal prudently. He shall be exalted. He shall be exalted and extolled, and be very high. And let's talk about Yahushua. As many were astonished at thee, his vintage was so married more than any man, and his form more than the sons of men. That's because why? That's because no man has had visions of Yahushua. That's what visage means, right? It's just visions that he had, right? Nobody was, nothing like how Yahushua was, man. Lord said, the Lord has many, many beautiful, visions, man, that he brought out, especially about, I've seen Satan fall from heaven, like that, and that's fucking over 2,000 some years ago, so, yeah, man, that's beautiful, man. This is Isaiah 63, because, the Lord's going to come back and destroy this place, right? And you got to understand something. The Most High is angry at Edom. The Most High is angry at Esau, Edom, okay? Because, the Romans, all the men who came up and, spit on him. You think the Lord ain't going to come kill them motherfuckers? You think the Lord ain't going to kill the men who put him up on a cross? The Edomites, who spit on him, who hit him. You know what I'm saying? Hell no, man. Hey, the Lord going to destroy the motherfuckers. The Lord is going to massacre the motherfuckers, man. Alright? This is Isaiah 63:1. Who is this that cometh from Edom with dyed garments from Basra? See, this that is glorious in his apparel, traveling in the greatness of his strength. He's going to be traveling with his chariots, man. He'll be traveling with his chariots when he comes to destroy this shit. Okay? The Most High will be traveling with this chariot, and this chariot, that's what it's talking about. Will come in greatness and strength. You know, I that speak in righteousness, mighty to save. So, hey, man, the Most High is going to be coming to destroy this place. Okay? To destroy this motherfucking place, man. It's going to try this motherfucking... That's why, you know, this timing getting cut short. That's why it's been feel like... Because I felt like it, you know, today. I was like, all right, goddamn. Shit, we almost at the end of this fucking month. Right? So, hey, you know, we're going to get it. This is Matthew chapter 24, verse 22. And except those days shall be shortened, there shall no flesh be saved. So the Most High, you know, they're shortening this time. You know, because if the Most High don't, there won't be no flesh to be saved. We'll all be destroyed because it got all these damn poisonous food out. You know, this GMO food, man, all this fucking chemtrails in the air, all this poison. You know, they cutting down trees and shit. You know, man. So all the food that we eat is just pure poison, bro. This is disgusting. Man, you know, we don't eat pork, but they put everything in pork. You know, you got pork, fucking toothpaste and shit. Like, you don't even know what the fuck, man, they be putting in the food, bro. Like, so, yeah, man. So, accept the Lord, you know, and accept those days shall be shortened. There shall no flesh be saved. But for the elect's sake, those days shall be shortened. See? So, for the elect's sake, those days shall be shortened. So, the Most High is going to shorten it, you know, the days. That's why we're going to get beamed up when the Lord destroys this place, when the Lord comes with fire. Right? When the Lord's coming to bring hell, calamity, and destruction upon this earth. You know, when he comes with fire, when he cracks some clouds, everybody gonna fucking know. This is, we're going to get to the point, man. This is Isaiah chapter 66, verse 15. For behold, Yahweh will come with fire, and with his chariots like a whirlwind, to render his anger with fury and his rebuke with flames of fire. For by fire and by his sword will the Lord plead with all flesh. See, the Lord will plead with all flesh, man. It don't matter who the fuck you is. If you here on this earth and you ain't part of the elect, you ain't part of 1/3 in the elect, the Lord's coming for your ass, man. He's going to consume this place, man. Because of what y'all did to him and what y'all did to his elect. You know? For behold, for by fire and by his sword will the Lord plead with all flesh, and the slain of the Lord shall be many. See, the slain of the Most High is going to be many. You know, so call all y'all bashim outside at this time being cut short. You know, may the Lord put death and destruction reign upon this place. And this is why what we teach, man, it takes great boldness to do it. Because we tell the devil to his face, man, your ass going to get put down. You know, this takes faith to speak how we speak and to do what we do. But it's why we keep rocking and keep going. You know, same by, you know, try to, you know, come up. Man, shit, it is what it is. And especially on highways and byways, that's why scripture says, make your forehead hard against their forehead. You know, an eye for an eye, tooth for a tooth. So remember that, man. So if someone comes up trying to put their hands on you, man, you rock back with them. Put your hands right back on them. You feel what I'm saying? You know, but as man of Lord, you know, we can't be having fear in this thing. You know, we got to have absolute trust in Yahweh Shem. I'll show you that fear is going to come in, but we can't act on that fear. You know, we got to go to the Most High. You got to have faith, man. You know, the Lord's coming to destroy this place, man. And you don't want to be on the other, and you don't want to be on the side of the wicked when it happens. You want to be on Yahweh Shem side. All right, I want to get destroyed with this goddamn place. So yeah, you know, that was a quick lesson, man, brief little lesson, man. But with that, like I said, call Lord Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Kakadash, the Mount El's possible, the Mills on Tarshish, Citation of Israel. Shalom.